let's have now the right side of a quadrilateral. Kanina, yung ating four kinds of quadrilaterals that are interconnected to each other, having their common properties, we can immediately say that those figures can be equal to each other according to the properties that we have explained earlier. But at this time, the other part of or kinds of a quadrilateral is we have this trapezoid. Remember that a trapezoid is subdivided into two. We have the isosceles trapezoid and the general trapezoid or the trapezium. Okay. Now, when can we say that a trapezoid is isosceles? Kailan natin masasabi na ang isang trapezoid is an isosceles trapezoid? Madali lang yan. Ang isosceles trapezoid ay meron din pong tinatawag na properties. Kasi there are some problems on this given figures na hindi natin kayang ma-solve, especially kung may mga equations na po na involved, if we do not know the properties of the trapezoid. So one of the very common properties of the trapezoid, isosceles trapezoid, is that their base angles, we call this as base angles. Base 2, this is the base 1. Their base angles must always be equal. So pag equal po ang kanilang base angles of a trapezoid, ang tawag po natin dyan is an isosceles trapezoid. But one of the very common definition of an isosceles trapezoids, their legs must be equal. And therefore, the legs of this trapezoid must also be equal. If this is equivalent to 2 units, the other side must also be equals to 2 units. If this is equals to 100 degrees, in short, this is also equivalent to 100 degrees. If this is equals to, when can we see this? This is 45 degrees. Short, this is also equals to 45 degrees. Why? Because their base angles must always be equal. So, if that would be the case, masasabi po natin na yung figure na yan, yung quadrilateral na yan, is an isosceles trapezoid. What is our point of reference? The base angles and the two legs of that figure must be congruent or equal to identify for us that that figure is an isosceles trapezoid. Another properties of an isosceles trapezoid, it has one pair of parallel sides. It has one pair of parallel sides. And that parallel sides ay nandito po yun. If I have to extend this line or sides, and if I have also to extend the sides, it doesn't, what? It does not intersect at all times infinitely. Remember, infinitely on the other sides also. Di sila pwedeng magkasalubong. Isang pares lang yun. Why? Kasi the other pair of that figure, kung mag-extend po kasi tayo nito from this point, papunta dito, dun sa bandang dulo, maaari po silang magkasalubong. Nandito meron silang point of intersection. In short, iisa lang ang kanilang tinatawag na pair of parallel sides. Again, let us check for the properties of an isosceles trapezoid. First, their base angles are equal. Second, the two legs are congruent or equal. Then it has one pair of parallel sides. Of course, another one, their diagonals bisect to each other. So those are the properties of the isosceles trapezoid. Now, let's talk about the general trapezoid or the trapezium. One unique of the general trapezoid or trapezium is that we have one properties the very unique properties of trapezoid, which is general or trapezium again, it has no sides that are equal. In short, this side and this sides are different in measures, as well as the sides. And obviously, the fourth sides of our trapezoids, if this is 1, this must be 2, this must be 3, and this is 4 units. So I have 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units. So matotal, pag sinabi po nating na general trapezoid or trapezium, walang sides na magkakapares ng sukat. But still, sometimes, their diagonals bisect to each other. Nagbabisect din naman po sila. They are intersecting at their point of intersection. And sometimes general trapezoids can have also one pair of parallel sides. Well, it depends upon the general trapezoids that we have. So for our next videos, hopefully we're going now to apply our lessons on how to solve some equations by using these quadrilaterals. Good luck and have a nice day.